Scared you, huh? So what do you fear? Besides me standing here giving you a speech from now on. When my mother was a small child, her uncle dragged her down in the ocean to teach her how to swim, Neanderthal style. Till this day, she's deathly afraid of the ocean. She never learned to swim, and she won't even stick her toes in the water. When he was a small child, Tim Ferriss, remember 4-Hour Work Week? He was dragged under the water by the bully at his summer camp, and he carried that trauma until he was 31. Then a friend dared him to swim for a kilometer in open water, and being the daredevil that he is, he went for it. He dissected swimming. He found this great instructor that had this nouvelle kind of approach. And Tim Ferriss now loves to swim. Honored Toastmasters and guests, I've given you 2 stories of 2 people with similar situations, same kind of fear, but different outcome. He overcame his fear by doing exactly that which he dreaded so much to do. But what is fear? According to Deepak Chopra, it's the anticipation of pain in the future. I know that most, if not all of us in this room, feared public speaking, and that's exactly why we're here. In fact, my fear goes way back. At one point when I was a teenager, I decided I wanted to be a massage therapist. So I signed up for massage school. But before you get to the good stuff, you have to take all the academic prerequisites, etc., right? Then one day I'm told, you will be giving a presentation in front of the class. The next day, I left the school. I bailed. Last night, I didn't have a speech, but I wasn't about to bail on you today. As Mark Twain once said, I am an old man and have known a great many troubles, but most of them never happened. What if I'd given that presentation? I was a great student. I love learning. I love doing research. I would have probably aced it. Maybe it would have been a great masseuse. Who knows? But the fear stopped me from doing that. Why are we so fearful of public speaking? I mean, I know, right? It's you get the jitters, you get the nerves. I might forget my words. Maybe I don't come up with anything. There's all this embarrassment, and I'm going to be ridiculed in front of the masses. Where do these thoughts come from? Who put them there? As children, we're pure. We're joyful. We're fearless. Believe me, I know. From the cuts and the bruises and the bumps that my son had when he was growing up. He's now 23, and he still gets all banged up. He's still reckless. He's still fearless. I think I had a lot to do with that, in fact. Very early on, I decided I was not going to be an overprotective parent. I wanted him to be independent. I wanted him to be confident. I wanted him to enjoy the activities and have the experiences that he was supposed to do and have when he was supposed to do and have them. So when he fell, depending on the fall, of course, I'd look at him, say, "You okay?" "Yeah." I'd give him my hand, lift him up, and off he'd go. I was overly overprotected. I had a tricycle, but my father never took off that third wheel. And when my mother wanted to teach me how to ride a bike, he didn't let her. Might have had something to do with the fact that she didn't know herself, but I think his big fear was just that his precious was going to fall and break. When I was 17, I learned how to ride the bike for the first time. And I've fallen many times before, or since then, I should say. But I've always gotten up, once my wounds were healed, I got back on the bike. In fact, one of my most precious memories is in my 30-something, as a young mother, I was back on the bike, nervous as heck, after a long hiatus. And there's my son clapping and cheering me on. "Mommy, I'm so proud of you." And then I fell. So he looked over, said, "You okay?" "Yeah." And he grabbed me with his little hand, lifted me up, and off we went. Fear, whether it's a figment of your imagination, a story you tell yourself, or a memory of a painful experience, can only be overcome by doing that which you so dread. If you don't believe me, Google Megan Washington. She's deathly afraid of speaking in public, but she has a good reason. She stutters. But as a young child, she learned that your brain will not allow you to stutter when you sing. So she's gone off to become an amazing singer. I rest my case. Thank you very much.